Welcome back to Flying Tiles. I'm so glad that you're here. Did you know that you can play American Mahjong with just two players? Well, that's what I'm going to teach you today. I'm going to teach you how to play two-player Mahjong, which is called Siamese Mah Jongg. This was invented by Gladys Grad back in 2015. She has codified and standardized the rules for two-player Mahjong. I'll be teaching from her book here. This is the official book. There's a picture of Gladys and Tina. That's a very cute picture. And Gladys has standardized the rules, and that is what I'll be teaching you so you can go out in community and play Siamese Mahjong with confidence. Let's jump in. Players can use any Mahjong card to play Siamese Mahjong. Whatever card you use, you're going to learn faster. I generally use the National Mahjong League card. There is also a Siamese Mahjong League card, and I'll be linking the information to Siamese Mahjong in either the comments or in the description, so you can check them out. Each player will need 2 racks to play with. The rules and guidelines used in Siamese Mahjong are based on standard National Mahjong League rules and best practices. Some rules and procedures have been modified specifically to allow American Mahjong to be successfully played with 2 players instead of 4, while still maintaining the overall structure and strategy of American Mahjong. There are also specialized racks for playing Siamese Mahjong. These are my racks from Bird and Bamboo. So you can play both hands and also have both hands exposed with one rack. So I have 2 of the pushers, and then there's 1 rack for each player here. And you'll be seeing how this works in the near future. As a side note, if you're interested in any of the items that I'm using in this video, you can check out the Facebook group, Mahjong That's It. And in the features section, and I believe maybe in the files section, is where you'll find the company and then the coordinating discount and discount code with that company. The tiles I'm using today are House of Hearts from Tigre de Tartan. Okay, setting up your tiles are very similar to American Mahjong, where you have double stacked and then you have 19 tiles along the length of the rack for both players. You'll also be rolling the dice to see who's east, and I am east because I'm actually the only one here. So I rolled 3, and I'll be counting in 3 just like you do in American Mahjong. So those tiles that I'm pulling aside there, those are generally the last tiles played in the wall, but we are going to be doing something a little different with them. Each player will be getting 27 tiles each. So each player picks 4 tiles in turn from the wall there until you have 24 tiles. And I'm pushing out this wall. So you want to go through East's wall first. And I'm going to be finishing up sorting the tiles, making sure that each player has 24 tiles, and then each player takes 3 tiles. So 24 and 3 makes 27 tiles. And then this wall here, the one that's usually the last to be played, is put on the end of the wall that is remaining after the tiles have been distributed. So that's what we do in Siamese Mahjong. So the goal of Siamese Mahjong is to create 2 Mahjongs, and they do not have to be at the same time. This is from page 11 in the Siamese Mahjong rulebook. Once you've declared Mahjong and exposed with the required 14 tiles, and you've discarded a tile to complete your turn, you may continue to keep your remaining tiles on one or both of the slanted portions of the rack. I really want to emphasize this because I've seen a lot of videos teaching that you have to reveal your mahjongs, both mahjongs, at the same time. That's a house rule, but their videos aren't saying that that's a house rule. When gameplay begins, East picks and discards, unlike American Mahjong where East begins with a discard. So in Siamese Mahjong, East picks and then discards. That is different. And here I'm claiming or I'm pretending to claim an exposure. Don't look at my tiles because I know these aren't hands, but I just wanted to exposed. And note that whatever flat part of the rack you choose for what hand has to stay there. So those exposures cannot be switched back and forth. And the exposures for each of the hands has to have their separate flat part of the rack. They cannot be mixed up. Like those two hands can't have their exposures on one flat part of the rack. I think that's making sense. If not, please let me know and I will further clarify down in the comments for you. You can also continue to switch your tiles between racks if you need to pivot. Jokers in the exposures are available for joker exchange, except when a Mahjong has been put up. Those jokers in the Mahjong are not available. And here's some gameplay for you. Okay, so I'll be east. Let's see what we got. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we move this aside and we use this one last. We'll take 27. I also want to reiterate that there is no Charleston in Siamese Mah Jongg. So I had put that up on the screen, but in case people are just listening, I just want to make sure you guys know that there is no Charleston in this two-player gameplay. We always have a table set up ready to go for Siamese Mah Jongg. And if we have a friend or two come over, it's easy to break down for 3-player or 4-player Mahjong. That's not a problem. But we play every single day. And I've been playing every single day for, I guess, the past 4 years when I really got back into Mahjong. I had originally learned to play in the late 90s. And then when I got back in, like I said, I took some lessons from Michelle Frizzell. And then I took lessons from her again to get ready for tournaments. Taking lessons really opened up the game for me versus my friends showing me enough just to play. I learned strategy, how to pass. I mean, I learned all the nuances of the game, and that really made the game a lot more enjoyable. That's part of why I really enjoy teaching, so people don't experience the frustration that I experienced. So here are my tiles arranged. What do you guys think? So what 2 categories would you go after? And remember, going after categories beforehand is the best way to approach creating a hand versus picking a hand right away and then staying with that no matter what. Also, you want to build around your multiples because, as Michelle Frizzell says, this is a game of multiples. You can also put this video on pause and get your card if you want. I'll be showing you the hands that I'm going to be moving towards later on. So as you see there, I'm east picks, and then discards. And the game proceeds. You can play Siamese Mahjong online at I Love Maj. I have an affiliate code which you can use, and you would get an extra week free, and I believe I just get a little stipend from that. I Love Maj is such a great place for beginners too. There's so many exercises you can do. They have an exercise room, and it's just a lot of fun. So check them out. So my first hand, the one closest to us there on the bottom rack, is I pretty much have a good idea where I'm going to go. That second hand up there, I feel like there's going to be, well, I know there's going to be a lot of pivots there. And that's usually what happens for me in Siamese Mahjong. I get a well-developed one hand. I mean, how can you not when you have 27 tiles to choose from? And then a second hand can be a little more difficult. Not all the time, but sometimes that's what's happened. So that first hand, I am going to be going after the same suit dragon hand there in the 3, 6, 9 category. So I have my pairs of 3 cracks and pair of 9 cracks with the matching red dragon. That's that little tiger doing handstands. So I have all the tiles, well, not all the tiles, but it's no gap hand. So the tiles that I don't have can be filled in with a joker. So I only have 1 red tiger right now, but I'm still going to make my decision and move towards that hand. I also have a soap. So if I start getting soaps in, I can pivot, if you will, to the second hand on that same line where it's opposing dragons. But looks like I make my decision to let go of that soap, which I know I actually do. So my first hand, I have a clear direction. And then my second hand, you are not going to believe how I pivot on this one. So I just pulled that 6 crack, and I can make a Mahjong with this hand, the like dragon hand in the 3, 6, 9. But I'm going to wait because if I get a red dragon or a couple red dragons, I can move those jokers up into the other hand, which would be quite helpful. So this is where a little bit of strategy gameplay comes in. If I do decide to make a Mahjong with that first hand, those jokers, those 3 jokers are not available for joker exchange. But if I just do an exposure with, let's say I get a red dragon, or she discards a red dragon, I claim it, then 2 of those jokers would be available to her for joker exchange. I don't know if you noticed, but I gave away a 3 dot, which I needed. So I'm going to be going after this consecutive run, the pung pung kong kong same suit. I'm playing two-handed because I have the camera in front of me, and playing two-handed is not what you want to do. It can become a really bad habit. And also in tournaments, sometimes there's rules that if you play two-handed, you're going to be disqualified, as that's a way for people to cheat. So anyhow, I don't know what was up with that 3 dot, but I am going after the 3, 4, 5, and 6, beginning with the pung of 3 dots, pung of 4 dots, and kong of 5 dots, kong of 6 dots. So I'm going to be letting go of that flower and the 4 2 dots. I think for some reason my brain thought I had a 3 dot in there. Again, this is another great reason to film your games. Wow, I got another red dragon, so I can move a joker up into that consecutive run hand. I am cooking with gas here. I am waiting on a 3 dot or a 5 dot or a joker or actually a red dragon. So if I get another red dragon, I can move that joker up into the consecutive run hand and I will have two Mahjongs at the same time. And my 369 dragon hand would be jokerless. So let's see what happens here. It looks like Anita is claiming a discard for another exposure. So she has, oh, she's making a Mahjong. She is making a Mahjong there. So she's got her first Mahjong. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I need to make a decision. When we're this low on tiles or tiles left in the wall, I generally will then make my Mahjong on my turn like I'm doing now. I decided to go ahead and make the Mahjong. And this did not end up to be a jokerless hand. And if I remember correctly, she actually had a red dragon. She was doing a red dragon and had a red dragon in one of her exposures there. So I am just waiting on a 3 dot or a 5 dot or another joker. So let's see what happens. Will I get the Mahjong or will she get the Mahjong? Oh, there's my Mahjong. And I am winner, winner, chicken dinner. So I got both my Mahjongs before Anita got her Mahjong. And I am just double checking to make sure everything is laid out correctly. Pung, pung, kong, kong. And there we go. And let's take a look and see what those Mahjongs look like on the Siamese Mah Jongg rack. So there's my 369, like dragons, and then my dots, pung, pung, kong, kong. I want to encourage you to buy the Siamese Mah Jongg rule book. Everything's addressed in there that you will need to know. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.